Hi there. Thanks so much for stopping at my Stampin' Saturday recorded and uploaded video for today. I hope you're doing well. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give me a like and a share if you would, please, because I would love to bring more friends into my stamping creativity. I am here today for #SatMornMakes for this beautiful Artful Amaryllis beautiful bundle by Stampin' Up. You can see it is just so sweet. There is a Christmas saying, sending happy thoughts, thanks, hello, and you made my day. And this beautiful, I love the way this second stamping works for this stamp set. It's wonderful. Let me show you the dies. Here they are right here. These are the dies that come in the bundle. As you can see, this one right here does not cut out, but it does give you this sweet little eyelet border, which is really nice. You get your image die cut here, and then these are all flower builders. And so what I wanted to show you is that there are several different flowers here. You can combine a couple here for a full flower. These two combine for one and then put the little stamen there. This is one die that chops out 3 of them for you. Perfect at one time. So, you know, today is really funny. I was going through getting ready to go to a fun crafting event that's all day tomorrow. Oh no, it's all day today. Saturday, yes. And I am heading out and going to be going for all day, and I was sorting through deciding what I was going to take to work on. I have my Stampin' Chat Saturdays once a month that I could prep some projects for. I've got make a card, send a card groups I could work on, but I pulled out some old supplies from past card workshops that I've had, and I was going to use a couple of those. I've got this one right here that was a card from a past workshop. This was just extra supplies from it. I don't quite remember what the card was, but I'm going to use this today to create a card with this bundle. And then I have this as well that I'm not sure what the card was. We have 2 of these. I'm thinking one was the focal point and the other one maybe was for a sentiment that you then punch out or something. I'm not sure, but I am using these for my build a project. So we're going to do a simple stamping with the Artful Amaryllis, and we're going to do one that's the builders. And you are going to see how much fun it is. You could do this for all sorts of different seasons and occasions. I can't wait to show you a couple of ideas. All right, so let's set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in again. I just really love this beautiful gray paper. And our fabulous, beautiful designer paper. I think I'm remembering now. I think we use this side of the designer paper, but I'm not sure. I just can't quite remember. But that's okay. I do know that this is going to go on the front of the card. So let's go ahead and do that. I love this paper right here. It's so pretty. All that gold. And then I'm going to bring in this script piece right here, and that's going to go right here. You wouldn't think that that would go together very well, but it is beautiful. It is gorgeous. So I'm going to do that as well. So it's so fun to create using supplies that I have leftover from a card workshop. It's so fun. Then I'm going to be putting this here, and that can be our focal point with our flower that we stamp. And then this obviously was a sentiment that went across here, and so we'll do that as well. will be really pretty to emboss in gold or something. And then we have the inside of the card. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to use basic gray to stamp the outside, the outline of the flower. I don't want it to be really black. Sometimes that could be quite harsh. And since we're using the beautiful gray, and my brain is just not remembering what this gray color is called. It was one of the new in colors last year. So I'm going to stamp that right there in the center. And see how pretty that gray is? This is basic gray. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and bring in Calypso Coral. No, I'm going to use crushed curry. I think my crushed curry will kind of coordinate really well with this beautiful gold. And so this is where we're getting in our two-step stamping, and you'll see how easy this is to line up. So this inside, your second step that fills in the color, which I love that, because as much as I love my Stampin' Blends and everything, sometimes I just don't want to color, and I want to have some quick card making. So basically I'm just going to come, and I'm going to have to get above here. It's really easy because you can see right through. You simply line up your edges and stamp. Just going to hold for a minute. Now this is our distinctive, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Can you see how already there are darks and light in the color? The color is variegated almost. It has a variation from dark to light, like the sunlight is hitting it. That is a distinctive stamp. All of those shades and things are being done for you, and you can kind of see that on the photopolymer stamp, where there's more space than others. It is so cool. It's so beautiful that you've got this beautiful image, and all you did was stamp it. So now I'm going to come in with Old Olive. Now Old Olive is pretty dark, so I'm going to just grab. Let me just grab something here. I'm just going to grab another piece here because I think I'm going to stamp off. What I mean by that, we also call that the second generation, is I ink it up and I'm going to lightly press down on scrap. And look at how beautiful that is. I should have stamped it purposefully, and then I could use it for another project. But instead I just kind of did that. Was not smart. So see how pretty that is? And that's just a bit lighter. I didn't want it to be so dark that it took over. Now there's another stamp right here. It's a small one. It looks like it's little leaves, and it is. It's for up here, some more greenery. And again, I'm going to just stamp it off a bit and then come right over and stamp just like that. So pretty. Very, very quick and easy too. So there you are. Isn't that pretty? All right, so from that I am going to grab the crushed curry, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a hard line around. Just to give it a little bit of color along the edge. There we go, and you can see it has now a bit of that edging on it, so it's going to stand out a little more. Whoops! Almost threw my stamp pad. So then this is going to come here, and it is going to raise up with dimensionals. I'm just going to use my foam strip here. Give myself just a couple of strips. And then I'll go ahead and do a couple of really small ones at the the top and bottom. I want to make sure this is down solid all the way around. There we are. Come on. Come along now, come along. There we go. There we are. Okay. So then this is going to go right in the center. Let's see how pretty that's coming already in that gorgeous gold reflecting. So very nice. Now on the inside of the card, let's take a look. You made my day. I think we'll do thanks. Because I'm going to use you made my day for the front sentiment. There we go. And our basic gray. So it's hard to believe the September to December mini catalog has just been out for a couple of days for customers. I'd love to know what your favorite thing is that you have seen. So leave a little comment below letting me know that. That'd be great. So then what I'd like to do is bring in the flower again. But this time I'm only going to stamp this little bit right there. See how pretty that is? Oh, that's so pretty. And I'll go ahead and get the crushed curry, and then we'll just do that. And I'm really going to line up over here. I stand up again so I can see my, oh, I feel like I have that going the wrong way. Nope. There we go. There we are, and then we do need that little bit of green right there. Right up here. And I do see a little tip of the green right here, so I'm just going to do that. Even though it's the other stem, that's okay. And look how great that is. Doesn't that look terrific? I am going to pretty up the inside even a little more though. I'm going to go ahead and walk the edge of my cardstock from the inside right along the crushed curry pad. If I want it to be a little thicker, I can just lean into the pad a little bit. But I want it to have that nice edging, so it's just not white all the way around, but it's got that beautiful colored edge. All right, let's let that sit and dry for a moment. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that edge, but it's just very crisp looking. We'll go ahead and we'll put that on the inside, and then we'll do our sentiment. And with it being against that gray, that pewter color, very pretty. Isn't that pretty? Now, this is going to be a sentiment along here. It might not have to be the whole thing. In fact, I'm almost wondering if I want it to be the whole thing. Well, we shall see. I want to do the You Made My Day, so it may well need to be that long. I might be able to shorten that just a little bit. We'll see, but I'm going to go ahead. We are going to do some embossing with that. All right, my gold. And my adhesive gun. Stampin' Up! Has a fantastic adhesive gun. My tools and my strip. Okay, we have our Versamark. Oh, don't look at my Versamark pad. If your Versamark pad looks like mine, congratulations, you are a crafter. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up. I'm going to just stamp this off because I have not used this sentiment before. I just want to make sure that it doesn't have. And I'm going to kind of come over towards the end because we might trim this a little bit. So there's You Made My Day. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my gold embossing. And we'll see how the gold shows on this gray. Thought about doing white, but I thought the gold. So all I do is hold my heat gun steady over it, and once the metal starts to melt, I slowly move it along. And that's it. So now we'll take a look if that gold is showing enough. Put all that excess in there, and we'll go ahead and put our tools back in. I didn't need my brush. I didn't need my snips there to hold. Okay, I'd like to get all of that out of the way. So when I put that here, it does show, but you know, I don't know if you can see, I have a little piece right here. I see it's dense. It's not shiny. Let me get my heat tool. Let's take a look. I feel like I just didn't maybe get enough embossing powder there. I guess that's what happened. There we are. You Made My Day. I think I might have it come just a slight bit over that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a little banner edge on that. So I'm going to trim about this much. And then have a banner on the end of that. Okay. So I'm going to go just a little bit more. And you know, when we do that to ourselves, it's never straight, right? And I'm just going to come up the middle. From one edge, go up, from the other edge, up, and pull that. There we go. And then this is going to come pretty close to the edge there, I think. Just like so. And I'm just going to glue this down. We are. You Made My Day. Thanks. Now we're not quite done. I have the beautiful Faux Glass adhesive dots. These are unavailable at the moment, but they are going to be back September 16th, they're predicting. So, popular item, huh? All right, so I see this beautiful, beautiful dots, and I think I'd like to use just a little bit of them, and I'm going to go with the Old Olive. No. Going to go with the beautiful crushed curry color because it ties in so well with the paper and what we've been doing. And I put one right up here, and I'm going to do another one right next to it. There we are. Now that is beautiful. Like, again, I can't quite remember what my original card was with these supplies, but it doesn't matter because I think this turned out just beautiful. All right, so there's a new card from a layout from a class, previous class. But now let's take a look at another card we can make. This one with these right here. This was already embossed, so I already know that it was my thick vanilla here. And I know that we had this layer because this is a 5 1/4 by 4 layer. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Now I'm going to use my liquid glue because that's a 3D embossed folder. And when you use your tape runner, it won't hold as well as the glue will. So I always tell everybody to use your liquid glue to adhere down embossed layers. All right, so now we have this. Then there were, like I said, there were these two pieces. One is a little smaller than the other one. It's a little shorter. So I'm thinking I want to have a longer focal point here. Now, I went ahead, just need to clean a little bit here, you guys. I feel it's a little too messy and distracting for my viewers. All right, so I have in this case some of the pieces, actually all of the pieces, all of these here, with the exception of the little leaf. I didn't die cut that out, and I'm okay with it. But everything else I've die cut out and I've put inside the stamping case, just so it wouldn't run away on me. So let's take a look. So there's not going to be much stamping on this card at all because we're using the flower builders. Ooh, there's static in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this down right here, and then the stem for the flowers is going to go right down the center as well and go just like so. So let me go ahead and glue these down. Just a little bit of liquid glue here. Hope I didn't have my card out of scene for you to see what I was going to do there, but I guess you'll see now what I'm going to do. Just a little bits of glue. You don't need much for this at all. So I'll put this one in first, and that'll kind of dictate where I put this one. What's really neat about these, see how that it has that split right there? So that just really gives more dimension. But just know you'll have glue coming through those holes and those things. So try to not use so much glue that it's gonna push up through those lines that are gaps. And then this is gonna come right here, just like so. And put that down. Now notice I haven't put this down yet. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna bring in the Calypso Coral. That's the color that this is. I'm sorry, that's Calypso Coral. And I'm going to go ahead and do that same sponging technique that I did on the first card. I don't have my blending brushes out, and that's okay. I want to share with you different ways that you can actually add color to the edges. I don't want a very cloud-like sponging, so I'm opting for the tap, tap, tap on your stamp pad. The reason I'm doing it right now is because when I'm building here, the flowers are going to come off, I think, the edge. So let's go ahead and build our flowers. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to build my full flower, which simply bringing these together, I like to find which way is making it look more like a round flower. And I think I like that one on the back, but let's just see. Well, there we go. We're going to go just like so. So I drop it and it probably twisted. Put a little dollop of glue. I'm going to put this right on it. Hold it for a second. These also, you can see, have those lines. Those are all cut. They're all cut. Now we need the pretty little round doodad, I'm going to call it, and a little tiny glue right there. And this little guy is going to go right in the center. And we have our first flower done. How sweet is that? All right, first flower's done. Next thing we're going to bring in is the larger petal here, and then this petal. And you can see that this petal really wants to be together with this, just like so. So we're going to attach those together, and then this piece right here, I'm going to put between them. So here we go. Oh, sorry, there's a hair attached. There we go. So I'm just going to run a little glue there, a little glue up this side, and a little glue up this side. And then I'm going to press it right here. So by doing this, this center is still open. I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. I want to see here. I have my pumpkin pie out, and I just want to see if I can get a little bit of shading on here. It's not the Calypso Coral, it's pumpkin, but that's okay. Still going to give me a bit of that shading that I want. There we go. I'm going to do that in here too. I'm going to kind of come around a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to do just a tiny little glue right there, and this is going to slip right down in just like that. And there you have it. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Now what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one right there. I'm going to do just a little bit of glue there. I don't want to glue the whole flower down, so I'm just going to do that at the, like, kind of at the base. And there we are. This one is going to come right here. So I'll go ahead and do that. And now it's covering up, you see it's covering up one of them, and that's okay. So there's that one. So we got 1, 2, and now I said there was a third. And what I have right here, these 2 little guys, I did 2 of them. These are just kind of like the new buds. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new buds just right here. Okay? So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a tiny little glue. I should be using my Barely glue because sometimes this glue comes out so fast and big. And so then I'm just putting these 2 little together so it's like a couple little buds that are happening. And then from there, I'll go ahead and put just a little bit of glue, kind of like right here, because the buds are going to be facing down. There we are. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this, because these also go in the flowers, and I'm going to go ahead and get this little guy right down in there. It's just starting to bud. See that? How cute is that, you guys? Very nice, huh? So now this is going to come here. I am going to raise it up. So I'm going to turn that over. Be nice. And I am going to just use my foam tape so you don't have to watch me put 6 or 8 dimensionals. There we are. Now I don't have another cardstock layer to put this on and then put it on the card. So again, dragging it on my stamp pad helps to give that vanilla just a little cleaner edge, more interest, little depth of color. All right, and then this is going to come over. I like to offset things. So that's going to come over just like that. Looking good. Now we need a sentiment. Actually, I want to see. I'm going to use my dark pumpkin pie now. Just want to give some depth of color here. There we go. That worked out well. Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to bring in the glass dots again. Well, I'm not going to know actually till I do my sentiment. So let me bring this back in here, because remember I said this was here probably for a sentiment. And I have my deckled rectangles, and I have the stylish shape dies. So let's take a look what we have here. We've got the cute little hello. We have the sending happy thoughts. So let's see how big for the sending happy thoughts. I like that. How big does my circle need to be? Because I could put it right here, but I don't want it to be too big. That's what I love about this. There's so many sizes of circles in the stylish shapes. I'm wondering, will this one work? And looky there, that one will work perfectly. So we're going to use that one. There's too many of these dies. They don't stay on the magnetic sheet. It's a wonderful die set. Stylish shapes. All right. So we'll go ahead. And the color that I'm going to stamp the sentiment, I'm going to use the basic, no, this is a bright card, so we're going to use the Memento ink. This is Garden Green, and this was Calypso Coral, and those are both brights, and so we want to go ahead and have our sentiment be bold. All right, we are almost done. Let's go ahead and bring up our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Got to remember, pack this to take along to my crafting event. And now we'll bring this right over. Beautiful. Always put your top plate forward of the bottom plate, and you will have ease of die cutting every time. I think I say that every time, but I know people sometimes still struggle with their mini, but they're not trying that technique. All right, you know what I'm gonna say. I can't put that vanilla on vanilla without some sort of sponging, and I love doing circles. I love doing my circles because I just roll it, roll it, roll it. And ooh, I'm getting good color on this. Look at that great color along the edge. It's fantastic. Now we're going to bring this over. And this is going to go right here, sending happy thoughts. I love it. We just need our adhesive on this side, and then I need a dimensional on that side, because remember I raised up this vanilla piece, and so this is hanging off, and it will sag if we don't do that dimensional. There we are. Super cute. I did kind of glue this down a little crooked, it looks like. So the inside of my card, I have to tell you, I need the inside of my card to not be so, well, I don't have more vanilla that's for like the inside of the card, because I didn't, obviously on my original card didn't do an inside. So we could do something fun. Yes, we're still going to do it. I'm going to put this on the inside. Random Calypso Coral. And then we're going to bring in our fun little insert. And yes, we're going to drag it on the stamp pad. And then sending happy thoughts. Nothing there, but we do need a little something there. I'm not going to put hello. Sending happy thoughts. Let's see. Grab these two, Unbounded Love. Sending happy thoughts. Have a blessed day. That is perfect. Have a blessed day. Unbounded Love is really nice. So, have a blessed day. And I'm going to put it at the top because this isn't very large. And so to write a nice little note on the inside, you need that up at the top, or you can't write anything but maybe your name, because I've reduced this space by a lot. So that is really great. There we are. Have a blessed day. Sending happy thoughts. Have a blessed day. Now we'll bring in our lovely gems. So remember, the week of September 16, if you're thinking, I love these gems, you can go ahead and use that host code when you place your order. I'd appreciate that. Now, I have to decide, that's garden green, and these are old olive or mossy meadow. So they would not be what we want to use. There we are. So that is super, super sweet. All right, so let's take a look at our 2 cards. Now remember, the supplies for these cards were already cut. They were already in envelopes. They were just extras left over from my previous Stampin' Up, Stampin' Chat Saturday workshops. And none of these supplies, none of these products were used on the cards, but look at how beautiful they turned out. There's always a way to bring in something new with other layouts you already had done and supplies, but I hope that I helped you with the Artful Amaryllis dies. You can see those flowers that we built. I absolutely love this little one right here, the one that's budding out. So, hey, tell me, which one did you like better today? Did you like the nice, clean, beautiful gold and simply stamped 2-step stamp flower there? Or did you like the little bit more stepped up where you built your own flowers? Thanks so much for joining me. And if you haven't checked out my events and classes, make sure you check out the links below for that. And remember, these products are available now, and so you won't want to miss out on this bundle. I guarantee it. I can't wait to create more of these, and in fact, Christmas would be beautiful doing these in maybe a reddish pink, some holiday designer paper, because there is wishing you a bright and beautiful Christmas. And so that is awesome. Well, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, it's #SapMornMakes. Check out all of the crafters. That's with Jillian. And then there's also #2crafters1design. I don't know what their theme is this week. Go ahead and check them out and see what theme they were using. And until next time, happy stampin'.